Boom, we back. We are back with another one, man. What's good with y'all, man? Another pregame pick'em. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell. All of that good stuff. We back. See who's in the building. I saw Caleb in here. What's good with you, man? What's good with the people? Right now, Tampa Bay Buccaneers up 20-14 over the Atlanta Falcons. If I didn't know any better, this would have looked like the Tennessee Vols against the Georgia Bulldogs with their black alternate jerseys. Best throwback uni matchup you could have of the season right here. I think the Seahawks had one early in the year. I think it was actually against the Buccaneers. But the best one, I do think the Buccaneers is going to win this game. B, I don't know where he's at right now. Dell, he's tending to his child and all that good stuff. So again, congratulations to him for being a new father and all of that good stuff. Hope all is well. Caleb said, oh, that's not Caleb. I'm tripping, man. Said Kenny Pickett gets starts this weekend versus the Raiders. Yes, he does, man. Yes, he does. He's still sorry as fuck, though. Don't get it twisted, man. That nigga's sorry as hell. Exactly. But the Raiders are actually below bad to do anything. Exactly. Hold on one second. I really don't know how the Raiders ended up being this bad. Like, I don't expect much from the Raiders, but to see them be this bad, it's kind of mind blowing. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, obviously they brought in Pete Carroll. You would thought it'd be better. Geno Smith, that was questionable. I will say that. That was hella fucking questionable. But everything else, for the most part, didn't seem too bad. But damn, Raiders is even when you get the so-called GOAT part owner, Pete Carroll, former Super Bowl winning, national championship winning head coach. You get that one of the highest paid running backs before he even stepped on the field, and you get this shit. It is what it is. Like I said, they a shot the sideshow in Las Vegas. So you can't believe Burrow's already 30. Mahomes 30. Yeah, it's crazy, bro. I didn't realize there was only a year difference between me, Mahomes, and just said a Burrow. Little shocked by that. Not even gonna lie. Little bit surprised. They don't really have a line and receivers. Yeah, that O line is ass. I will say that. I know they say a lot of the issues with Ashton Genty is someone was saying his stance. Others was saying that it's because he in the league now, so he's not as good or whatever the case. I'm like, nigga, he running behind the Raiders offensive line. Like, give him the Eagles offensive line from last year, and he's I'm not gonna say gonna put up Saquon numbers from last year, but it would be a lot better than what the fuck it is now. I can tell you that much. It's funny how fast Eagles fans switch up on their play. Bro, you gotta realize, man, with the Eagles, they threw snowballs and booed Santa Claus. They don't give a fuck about nothing. And Santa Claus, in a I guess general sense, in like a basic sense, is supposed to be like joyous and happy and all that shit without going too deep Illuminati with it. But yeah, they booed Santa Claus, bro. They will turn on their own team. Say it again, they'll turn on their own team in a heartbeat, just like they didn't even win the Super Bowl last year. That's how fast Eagles fans will switch up on players. Think the Panthers win the division this season, not gonna lie. Mm, I don't know about that, bro. I don't know. They got a very, very good chance, but I don't know. They just mentioned Tampa Bay. They getting players back healthy and stuff, especially wide receivers. McMillan, Mike Evans, things like that. So it might, I guess, bring more offensive productivity in the long run in these last couple weeks. Carolina, again, you don't know what the fuck you gonna get with Carolina, bro. You don't. Plain and simple. They've been playing good though. Don't get it twisted, but you just don't know what you gonna get. Some games they might look bad. Other games they look really, really good, like they did against the Rams. You don't know. But I do hope they fuck around and make the playoffs, man. I'd love to see that. Before you know it, I might fuck around and get a Bryce Young jersey. Who knows? Phillip Rivers beat the Seahawks. I doubt it, bro. I doubt it. You know what this does remind me of? It's a slightly more extreme version of that, but it does remind me of the Cleveland Browns of Joe Flacco a couple years ago, where he came in off the couch. It wasn't 5 years, obviously, but off the couch. Came in there, did his thing, got him to the playoffs, fumble, turnover. Tampa got it. But anyway, came in there, did his thing, and then threw them picks in the fucking playoffs. If the Colts do make the playoffs, which they in a good position to do so, they just outside of the wild card. If they were to use the Joe Flacco story with Phillip Rivers, it's gonna be the same shit when they get in the playoffs, bro. They're not finna go on a Super Bowl run with a 44-year-old. 5 years on the couch, bro. 5 years on, please. That would be hilarious, but highly unlikely. Do the Ravens make the playoffs? That is a good ass question. I don't think so. I really don't think so. There is still a scenario where they can. Let's see. What's up, Bronze? What's good with you? But there is a good scenario where they actually can make the playoffs. There's a few. Some of them seem a little bit more likely than others. The one they do have going for them is actually that loss to Pittsburgh, believe it or not. Kind of work for them. Let me see if I can find it because I screenshotted it. Okay. So to win the AFC North scenarios go as follows. Option one, they went out and go 10-7. Option, which again they can't lose, obviously. Option two, they beat the Steelers and the Bengals in their next matchups. Split the Patriots and Packers. Lose and the Steelers lose one of the Miami, Detroit, or Cleveland games. Option three, beat Pittsburgh, New England, and Green Bay. You can lose to Cincy. Pittsburgh lose to Cleveland, or Pittsburgh lose to Miami and Detroit. Option four, lose to Pittsburgh second time around. Beat the Patriots, Packers, and Bengals. Steelers lose the remaining three. Option four, lose to, I already said that one. Option five, beat Pittsburgh and Cincinnati in the upcoming matchups. Lose to the Patriots and Packers. Steelers lose two of the Miami, Detroit, Cleveland games. They could finish 8-9 and make the playoffs. Or option seven, beat Pittsburgh, lose Cincinnati, New England, and Green Bay at 7-10. Then Pittsburgh loses to Miami, Detroit, and Cleveland, and Cincinnati loses one of Miami, Arizona, and Cleveland. So it's not the worst shot, but I don't think so. Yeah, I doubt it too, bro. I doubt it too, bro. Twice is crazy. Rogers versus Rivers for the AFC Championship in the Unk Bowl Part 3. I'm trying to remember. So if the icy hot, I assume is one of them with Joe Flacco and Rogers. What was the first one? Was it Brady and Breeze or Brady and Rogers? Like the NFC Tom Brady. What defines the Unk Bowl here, or what makes it Part 3? That's really what I'm trying to figure out because I do want to know. And boy, that'd be like the equivalent of WWE putting a match right now with I get John Cena and shit. I get Shawn Michaels or something right now. That's what that would be the equivalent of. But I doubt it, bro. I really do doubt it. This season with Rogers Unk Bowl. You mean with Rogers and Flacco? Coda said one. I'm trying to figure out what two is now. What is two? Because that's what I'm trying to. Who the fuck is two? And that would be a crazy ass run. That'd be a great story. Like that. That would be an amazing story for a quarterback who was gonna go in the Hall of Fame, retired for 5 years, came back and won a Super Bowl. Considering he didn't do that before, that would be a hell of a fucking story. You do support Cam and whatnot, but saying he should still be starting as a reach. Who gonna start with Cam Ward? I assume, and B, who gonna start over him? I'm curious. If you talking about Cam Ward, who gonna start over him? Let me know if there's another Cam I'm missing right now, cause I don't know. I legit don't even know who their backup is for the Titans. To be honest with you. Oh yeah, that's right. They did. That's right. I forgot. I forgot because he swapped teams in the same division. So that would be part 3. Assuming that happens, but again, I doubt it. I highly doubt it. I knew it was somewhere on that bitch. But yeah, speaking of Rogers, man, they or not Rogers Rivers, they love to point out this number 44 tonight. Obviously, they brought up number 44, Sean Tucker scoring a touchdown. Whitworth turns 44 tomorrow. And then the biggest news this week, 44-year-old Philip Rivers signs with the Colts. And they made a tweet saying that Carly was wearing an all black outfit or something like that. The first practice, Rivers was back. And I'm like, 44, kills 44. Black usually is deaf. That's crazy. They just would point that out because it's like, I get if it was a game, maybe, because she'd be on the sideline. We talking about practice. Talking about goddamn practice. Come on. What's good? I'm not saying your name, bruh. Yeah, I'm not saying that name. But what's good with you? Oh, Cam Newton got you over Phillip Rivers. Got you. Mm. It's kind of even because Cam got that fucked up shoulder from TJ Watt, who's ironically was he hospitalized? Will Levis is still on the Titans. Really? I'm surprised. I thought they got rid of his ass. What's good, Big Pontiac? What's good, OG? I'm really surprised by that. I thought they would have been got rid of his shit. And lastly, you got the Ravens, Chiefs, and Cowboys all playing on Christmas and Thanksgiving. They completed the I can't even say trifecta, but those are the 3 teams. I'm like, damn, bro. I feel like it's overkill with the Cowboys. I get it. I I understand ratings, blah blah blah, all that shit. It's overkill. The Chiefs, that's really overkill for real. Like they don't always need to have a Christmas game. Ravens, I'm biased. I'm cool with it, but it is the Packers. I ain't gonna knock it. That's the Packers, bro. Fuck it. It's the Packers. But it's still over because I feel like you should have at least a good mix of teams for them holiday games. Decent teams. Don't do that bullshit with the fucking Giants and the Eagles like they did a couple years ago. But do something like that. I know how most of the bottom teams from 2021 progressed this season besides the Jets and Giants. The Jets are the Jets. They not gonna progress anytime soon, dog. Plain and simple. Giants, they biggest issue they fired. One of their biggest issues they fired, should I say. But the Jets, oh my God, I don't even know where to start. Ownership probably is the best option. All right, man, we're gonna get to these games. Thursday night football. If I ain't say it already, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Dell, he's got the Buccaneers as well. And they just got a 2-point conversion, make that 28-14. Chris Godwin giving the ball to some fans. Cool. Sunday, 1 p.m., we got the Ravens at the Bengals. Obviously, playoff implications online for both teams. I'm leaning more towards the Ravens on this one, 2.5-point favorite. They got to keep them in the conversation. If they lose now, it's got a chance based off all the shit I read. But interesting, keep it spicy. Cincinnati, like I said, they cook for the season. They can only play spoiler. And Dell, of course, took the Bengals. I guess he feels they're gonna have that same good fortune they had in the Thanksgiving game, gonna carry over. We're gonna be at odds on that one. Next game, we got the 2.5-point favorite, New York Giants. Speaking of New York teams, hosting the Washington Commies. Commies, again, they got Mariota. Daniels ain't playing. This is a very who gives a fuck game. Both teams eliminated from the playoffs. I'm gonna give him mood, man. I'm gonna give him mood. I'm gonna ride with Blacks and Dart and the Giants on this one. Shout out to Bird. Give me the Giants. If they lose, would I be surprised? Hell no. If they lost after having a big fourth quarter lead, would I be surprised? Hell no. Next game, we got the Raiders at the Eagles. I know they in free fall mode. I don't think they're gonna fall that damn hard to the point they losing to the goddamn Raiders. I don't. Even with Kenny Pickett, which is funny considering he won a Super Bowl with them. I don't think so. 11.5 points is crazy. Not really, it's the Raiders. It's really not that crazy. But I'm gonna go with the Eagles on this one. Dale got the Eagles as well. It would be funny as hell if the niggas lost though. So regular TV will have 4 games on Sunday, not just 3 before the primetime game. Okay. Next game, we got the Browns at the Bears. Bears are riding that hot streak. Obviously, it kind of got stifled a little bit. But it ain't over with, man. They get to play a bad Cleveland Browns team. Defense will give them hell and all that shit. You get to see Shadur Sanders. We get the nice Breitling Rolly watch versus the nigga who paints his nails. So, in saying all that, I'm gonna go with the Bears. Keep trudging along in this playoff race. Right now, they are sitting at 9-4 at the last spot available. I think they're gonna get back right, man, against a Browns team that has nothing to play for real, except to ruin Shadur Sanders' rookie season. Or at least Kevin Stefanski can. And the Bears 7.5 points. I don't think they cover that. Winning, yeah, but I don't think they cover that. H-Town, red hot H-Town. They hosting the Arizona Cardinals, man. 9.5-point favorite. The Cardinals have been getting beat left and right. They've been getting dropped by 40 to multiple teams. And I wouldn't be surprised if the Texans did the same shit, man. They fuck around and drop 40 piece on their head, man. Give me H-Town. 9.5 points is crazy. Not really. They could cover that. And they defense, too. They defense crazy. Dale got H-Town. He got the Bears as well, if I ain't say that. Yeah, there's not much to talk about there. It is crazy to think they haven't won since the whole Charlie Kirk stuff. The Cardinals ain't that shit. Like, their season was over after all that stuff happened. Damn. That's crazy. That's a crazy stat. Terrible pass. No tutties and 7 picks is crazy. He was 11.5-point favorites in 2023 versus the Cards in their collapse. I do remember that game. That shit was something. I think that's the one. I forgot. Somebody threw a pick six in that game, if I remember. Waiting for the Broncos collapse because the fans talking crazy right now. I don't know enough Broncos fans to have no Broncos fans talking crazy to me. But yeah, that is crazy. That 11.5 point favorite. You know what the biggest thing about that game is, to go back real quick, is that like 85% of the money is on Philly. That's a high number. It really is. If they weren't in this position they in right now, in the thick of the playoffs and all that, it'd be a little bit different. And if they're playing maybe say a different team that had more playoff implications related, then I could see them say they was 11.5 point favorite and they lost. Raiders, nah, the Raiders really ain't done shit to make me believe they gonna do anything all season. Like the Jets started off worse than them and have more wins right now. Like I don't take them or the fucking Cardinals serious for shit. Julio scored 2 tutties in the Cardinals game. Wow. In an Eagles jersey is even crazier. So I thought the Bengals had that game versus the Bills until those back-to-back picks. Yeah, man, you giving up 20-some points in the fourth and back-to-back INTs. What I always say, when you make them fourth quarter turnovers, the right around that, it always be around that like 10-minute mark in the game or some shit left in the game. That's when they have like the crucial turnover. A team will fumble or they do some dumb shit on the punt return. Like just enough time that you can recover, but you can't fully recover to still make a game out of it. Or if need be, let the other team get the lead to come back. Speaking of Buffalo Bills, we got them at the Patriots. Patriots obviously won the first matchup. 1.5 point favorite going to the Bills. I think they split. I don't think New England just keep winning and winning and winning and winning and winning the whole rest of the season. They got to drop at least one, maybe two more games. Because right now Buffalo's 9-4, New England's 11-2. Make it a little bit close for that divisional race as the regular season comes to an end. I'm taking the Buffalo Bills on that one, man. Said Brown don't get separation. No, he ain't gonna die for a pass either. I can tell you that. AJ Brown is brewing with how when they target him a lot, they lose this season. It's not even just that. Like, sure, that's a question a reporter could ask that could like piss him off or something like that. But nah, it's more of for one. I want to know what is his incentives as far as stats for the season. That's what the fuck I want to know. Because they could win the game and he get thrown the ball 3 times. He's still pissed off. I want to know what that nigga's contract incentives are. Because players give a fuck about that shit because there's extra money. Pontiac said he got the pass to keep rolling. Kind of got the Dolphins beating the Steelers. We gonna get to that one. That's the one I don't know. I got a funny feeling about that one too. If this was a Dolphins team that wasn't in the playoff race, Pittsburgh easy. The fact is they shouldn't even be in the fucking playoff conversation. It's crazy, even 6-7. They really shouldn't. But here we are, man. Here we are. But it's cold weather, so that's gonna beat them anyway. Next game, you got the Jags hosting the Jets. 11.5 point favorite. We got a couple. 11.5 point favorite going to the Jaguars as they host the Jets with Brady Cook as their quarterback out of Mizzou, rookie quarterback. 80% of the money's on the Jags. 78% of the bets is on Jags. Somebody mentioned earlier the 11.5, some being sketchy or whatever. I'm taking the Jags. Dell's taking the Jags too. But the Jets, they've been doing this little funky shit. They've been the teams that are in the playoff conversation somehow. They mess around and beat them. Not like the top teams, but they mess around and beat a couple, should I say. I'm taking the Jags though. The Jets, we know what they are. Next game, you got the Chargers at the Chiefs. Chiefs are in must-win mode. Can't really lose anymore. The tiebreaker situation is not in their favor. Yeah, it is. It is do or die for them. 4.5 point favorite against the Chargers. We know Justin Herbert's got the whole hand thing he's been dealing with. I think they gotta get Kansas City just in, keep them in that shit. Cause I mean, again, they play on Christmas. They gotta give them a reason. They gotta bring out the playoff graphic and all that where teams are like they do every single game unless you suck or something like that. I got the Chiefs winning this game, man. Dell got to see a red as well. Chargers, Chiefs, they split the series. KC, obviously 4.5 point favorite. Give me the Chiefs, man. Funny to see the Dolphins make the playoffs, but not good to watch though. No, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. I done heard enough Tua press conferences. I don't need to hear that no more. I've heard enough of Mike McDaniels. I don't need. Nah, I'm good on that. I don't need to hear a playoff version of that. I've seen Tua throw a football for years. I don't need to see that no more, especially not in the playoffs. I'm good on that. We could leave that where it needs to be at home. Leave them at home. Like you can leave Miami at home. Leave Minnesota at home. I'm not trying to see JJ McCarthy sorry ass. Let the Cowboys get in just so they can lose in the playoffs, so I can laugh. Carolina, that'd be cool if they got in the playoffs. Detroit, I ain't got no beef. Chicago, leave them out just because I don't like Caleb Williams. Who else I ain't like? Obviously Pittsburgh. I want them to lose. Actually, I want them niggas to miss the whole playoff. I want them to have a losing record. Fuck all that. Have a losing record. But yeah, Miami, we don't need to see them. I'm good on that. Supercharged to put down the Chiefs. In a perfect world, man. In a perfect world where Chris Collinsworth wasn't glazing Pat Mahomes just for sitting on the bench. In a perfect world, the Chargers would beat the shit out of them 35-0. And in a perfect world, the Eagles would not have let up to give up 22 points in the Super Bowl. Exactly, it don't make no sense. Like why the Browns go for two? Why they go? Why they take fuck that? Why they take out the quarterback to go for two with an outdated formation? Come on. Anyway, 4:25 p.m. We got the Colts at the Seahawks. 13.5 point favorite going to the Seahawks. A lot of anticipation for a certain 40-something-year-old quarterback plays for the Colts. They've been in the news for a lot of bad. Now it's kind of funny. Damn, he mossed the shit out of his ass. Anyway, yeah, the Colts, they went from on top to free falling. That's the team that's free falling, it seems like, instead of the Eagles. To free falling to the point that they are in the hunt. They are no longer even at the 1 seed or the 2 seed. Nah, they ain't even none of that shit no more. They got to play to get in at this point. But I'm taking the Seahawks to win this game. I don't think Phillip Rivers comes back his first game and just lights it up after 5 years. That would be crazy if they did that shit. Because if he did, they might get a little bit hot and go in the playoffs and do that Cleveland Brown shit. But yeah, give me the Seahawks. Dell taking the Seahawks. Next game, 12.5 point favorite. Niners hosting the Titans. Me and Dell taking the Niners. Don't even need to talk about it. So also Chris Collinsworth glazes next level this season, especially when Chiefs even on the field. Yeah, him and Tony Romo are the worst about that. Romo's two is Josh Allen and Pat Mahomes. Chris Collinsworth, oh my God, it's ridiculous. It's like Reggie Miller's LeBron glaze. I hope not. I would love for 1 year that shit don't happen. Because right now they are 7-6. So by that metric, they got to win two, lose two to get that 9-8. Still don't see the Chargers winning the playoff game this season. They fans say the same shit. Next game, this was a little bit tough. We got the Denver Broncos hosting the Green Bay Packers. 2.5 point favorite to the Packers. They seem to be getting their footing now. Denver has been all gas, no breaks, seemingly all season. This one is tough, man. On one end, if Denver loses, it still opens the door for, say, the Chargers. Even if they were to lose, assuming the Chargers lost, it would open the door for them to still be in that race. On the other side with the Packers, currently the 2 seed, slightly above the Bears, who are in seventh seed. That is at 9-4. Man, that one game right there could flip shit so quick. But this one, I'm going with the Packers. Give me Green Bay on this one, man, over the Broncos. And yeah, I think me and Dale split on this one. Yeah, we did. Yeah, he picked the Broncos. I got the Packers. Give me the cheeseheads on this one. Don't let me down, Green Bay, because y'all been on some bullshit a couple times. I done pick y'all. Got the Bronx. All right, next game we got the Panthers at the Saints. 2.5 point favorite going to the Panthers. Historically, the Saints have been one of the teams that's given Bryce Young fits and things like that. I think we're gonna see more of the same. I don't think he's gonna light it up, but I do think Carolina does get back from the first matchup. Close, ugly game. Gotta stay close to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, assuming they win this game. 8 point game with 8:28 left. But give me the Panthers, man. Give me them damn Panthers. Then we got the Stafford Bowl. Stafford Bowl, Detroit at the LA Rams. Usually it's the other way around. 5.5 points favorite to the Rams. 70% of the money, 68% of the bets. Man, this better be fireworks. This better be excitement and fireworks, and this nigga turn the ball over. This fuck ass nigga to turn the goddamn ball over. Make a game out of it. Anyway, Matt Stafford gets to host his former team, Lions. They gotta play. They gotta win to get in this motherfucker, man. 8-5, currently in the hunt. They the next team that could get in. LA Rams up top, of course. Number 1 seed. Give me the Rams on this one. Deleon, he got the Rams as well. I expect to see fireworks in this game. I don't want to see no 10-7, 4. No, I want to see points. What we got with the Cowboys and the Lions on Thursday Night Football, bring that back. Make it close the whole time. Don't do that comeback shit. Make it close, but I want it just like that. Make it close. A lot of points. Speaking of the Cowboys, Sunday Night Football, we got the Cowboys 6-point favorite over the Vikings. Vikings had that big win over the Commanders, 31-0, straight 30 ball on their head. Dallas obviously lost to the Lions. I'm going to try this 2 weeks in a row. Dallas, don't fuck this up. I'm going to go with the Cowboys for that Sunday Night Football game. I expect some fuckery. Them Cowboys primetime games always have some bullshit every single time. In Monday Night Football, we got the Steelers hosting the Miami Dolphins. Steelers 3.5 point favorite, where 66% of the money as of right now and 64% of the bets is on the Steelers. Miami, obviously, they can fuck some shit up. They can mess around and get deep into the mix of this thing we call the playoffs. In Pittsburgh, obviously, they are tied. Not tied as in record and all that shit, but tied to the Ravens. So whatever outcome dictates this or that until they second matchup. This one's tough, man. I can't believe I'm finna do what I'm finna say or say what I'm finna do, but I'm gonna take the Dolphins on this game, man. I'm gonna take the Dolphins with the upset. I expect a little bit of Monday Night Football fuckery. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. I think Dell took them too. Just a little bit. You got the Bird, you got the Steelers. They the only ones who thought that shit, bro. Nobody else believed that shit. Like, hey, man, shout out to the Saints for having such positive thinking fans, man. Shout out to them. Shout out to them for thinking that every year they can win the Super Bowl. It's not as funny as when the Cowboys say it, but shout out to y'all for being positive. Good pass, man. Kyle Pitts having the career game right now. It's crazy to think we had to wait 5 years for this shit. 5 fucking years for this shit. Because when he came in the league, we thought he was finna be the next Tony Gonzalez, Antonio Gates type of tight end. Nah, it ain't been nothing like that. He had 1,000 yard season where he had 1 touchdown that same year. Every other year been sub 600. But last couple games been decent. And I love how they just didn't try to tackle Algier at first. As soon as he hit that hole, they ain't trying to tackle him for real. That's one thing they good at, bro. Except for that Vikings game early this year. That's one thing they will make good is a Falcons game in prime time viewership is typically gonna go down to the wire. It's the most Atlanta shit ever. If you remember watching their 1 p.m. games, really around the Matt Ryan era, especially near the back end, or more specifically post 28-3, where every game it just seemed like the same thing was happening at 28-3 type thing was happening with them. But it made for exciting games. Same thing with the Lions of Matt Stafford. There were so many games that even if they lost, that shit went down to the wire. You know it was gonna be entertaining, exciting, etc. They're gonna be good one of these seasons, especially since one of the upcoming Super Bowls is gonna be played in the Benz, the Sphincter Dome. They need to get rid of Raheem Morris first. Then we can maybe talk about this being good shit. Cause this, wow. mm, 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 mm. Whoo, boy! I tell you what. If Tampa Bay recovers this ball after seeing that, mm, mm, mm. It looked like he just basically just said, "Here you go." It looked like he tossed the ball to him. Let me see. That man just deboed his shit. Man had full wrist control and just said, "Give me this shit, bro." He pulled his shit like a lever on one of them little slot machines. He said, "Give me that shit, bitch." Damn, Darnell. See who got the ball though. Oh, they still got it. Okay. I was about to say if they lost that shit that fast. Too far. Too far. If they score, I wouldn't even be surprised if they didn't get the 2-point conversion. And it'd be crazy if it was Pitt's third touchdown too. Said Tampa gambling for not recovering that shit, bro. Like, there's no way. Dude got like legit just got deboed and all them orange jerseys and shit. Come on. Pitts might be going to the Chiefs after this downfall season from KC to help Mahomes once Kelsey retires. I could tell you what, if he did go to KC, that sure as shit would help his career. All the things Andy Reid could do, man, shit. It'd be one of the best things that happened to that man. Seeing Commanders fans thinking Debo was their saving grace this offseason. That one of their things too is play calling is one of them. But injury bug bit they ass, and then the defense too. Defense had issues last year. But when you out with you lose your quarterback like that, yeah, that's not good. That's not gonna help. And Eckler at the beginning of the season too. Calling a little everything in the Falcons game. The Bucks 3 flags tonight to Atlanta 18. 18, bro, that's crazy. 18 penalties is insane. Falcons were plus 2,000 live after being down 2 tutty. Did he catch it? Huh. Was that his third one? Damn, that's crazy. I just said that too. I don't know if they're gonna rule it that, but that's funny. And it does make me. I got to see the replay. I'm just saying. I think Isaiah likely when I see that shit. Let me see that. Okay, not full possession. All right, all right. He got that. He got that. Says D ball regressed significantly. The biggest difference was whenever he had Tyreek Hill to throw it to, he could just throw that bitch as hard as he wanted to, throw it as far. Tyreek Hill, he knew that dude gonna run that shit down and catch it. And when he catch it, ain't nobody finna catch him. He don't really have he got speedy receivers, but they not Tyreek Hill. And they don't stay healthy as long as he did for Kansas City. To watch him go for the extra point and fail to cover. 4-point spread. I'll give him that touchdown though. Let me see. Yep. Well, his cheek hit the end zone before it hit the white, so yeah, should be a touchdown. But should be touchdowns sometimes get overturned by New York. Just magically. They just be making up rules and shit as they go along. Sometimes some of these catch rules. Making up shit like, oh man, you had to that don't count as a catch. You didn't balance a plate with your other hand. That ain't a catch. Mm-mm. Nah, that ain't a catch. You had cleats on. You supposed to do it without cleats. Nah, that ain't a catch. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. But I had both feet down. Nah, that ain't a catch. Mm-mm. To Tebow, Peyton, and Eli, Big Ben should come out of retirement at this point. Bro, Peyton Manning's old ass is sure as shit don't. One hit, it's over with, bro. He already got them neck injuries and shit. One more hit, it's over for his ass. Big Ben, he could probably take a hit or two. Tebow, he could probably take a hit. Eli, he just too old. Same boat as Peyton. Even though I know he in the same age bracket as Big Ben, but still, they not built the same way. Vegas need it. They need this. All right, let's see how they do with the 2-point conversion. Dude, what the fuck did I just see? No, what the fuck was that, bro? That was worse than what I thought it was gonna be. Hold on, bro. What did I just see? I don't even know what the fuck just happened. I don't think I've ever seen a pass thrown like that. What just happened? Oh, okay. He got it. Okay. I thought he spun in through it. I was like, what the fuck? Still, that's crazy. Luck just lost the love of the game. He got tired of getting his ass kicked by that shit ass offensive line when he's playing for the Colts. That's why. Because that dude was getting destroyed every single game. That man's career could have been a lot longer if he wasn't getting destroyed left and right the way that he was. And now that you think about it, when it comes to quarterback health with the Colts, ever since that Peyton Manning injury, they ain't really been right. If you think about the quarterback health situation, they ain't really had no long term shit after Andrew Luck. And even then with Luck, he had his injuries. The dude that was supposed to be their franchise quarterback that they took entirely too high, or shouldn't have even taken at all. He's made of glass like shit. What was it? There was a report. I can't believe this don't even sound real. I'm not an optometrist, but they said IR5. They say they broke his eye socket or some shit, messing with the resistance bands and popped himself in the eye. Like what the fuck? Like even when even when you not playing, you still get hurt, bro. Like what? Jesus. So how can you not lose the love of the game when you know it's rigged? It depends on the person. Like some people, it's the fact that they are getting paid millions to play a child's game, where other people have to work a 9 to 5 and work a job they hate. That alone, for some, can get they still have a love for the game, even if it is rigged and scripted and shit. And again, too, it's easy to say that as an outsider, saying that why would you lose the love of the game, or why would you not lose the love of the game when it's rigged or whatever? As an outsider, they play this shit their whole life, so at some point, they still gonna enjoy it. It's like if you was I don't know, you've been boxing your whole life, and then you got into the WBC and shit, and you had to throw some fights here and there and shit like that. It's like you still getting to do some shit that you was doing as a kid. Now you just getting paid a shit ton of money to do it. Even if you do have to lose, absolutely hate it. Pittsburgh versus the Chargers championship. Chargers versus Niners. Okay. What's good, Caleb? What up with you? Surprised Allen ain't lost the love of the game since he keeps losing to Mahomes in the playoffs. The one I do think about when it comes to losing the love of the game, I can't even say the word losing love of the game. More so, I guess frustration is the word, not so much losing love of the game, but just frustrated with his situation. Be like Lamar Jackson, like just tired of always having great regular seasons, but then falling short, not being the one chosen, not being the one that gets to advance, get past the other people, his other peers, really, like whether it be Joe, Josh, Pat, shit like that. So there's that frustration on top of that. There were them reports that not just him, but other players have wanted Harbs fired for years. So is that to you in a situation where it's a coach you really don't fuck with? You ain't lying about that shit. The only thing different about it is Malik Willis didn't have the hype behind him during the time that Richardson was drafted by the Colts. There was no viral video of Malik Willis throwing a ball 80 yards at a fucking ceiling for no reason. Doubt two LA teams make both the NFC and AFC championship games. I 100% doubt that shit. If that was to happen, obviously both of them couldn't be the home team. So that is something to note that both of them couldn't be the home team because both games on the same day. You can't turn SoFi Stadium. Well, another thing too is the time too. They both on the West Coast. They not like Midwest where it's like Denver and Kansas City. No, they are West Coast as fuck, bro. Mm-mm. Nah, they ain't doing that. But the biggest issue would be converting the field, the stadium from all the LA Rams stuff to Chargers or vice versa. Like they not gonna do that. I think they need a whole night to actually convert shit over. I think same with like basketball arenas whenever they flip it from NBA game to NHL and vice versa. That might be less actually because he'd be playing in Cincinnati. Well, I mean, you playing in Cincinnati and you what are you? 4-9. Yeah. 4-9 with the cheapest organization. Yeah, you gonna everybody would lose love the game playing for that shit ass organization. It's amazing Ocho Cinco made it as long as he did. It's crazy he lived there for a few years. So if you get paid 40 mil, the players can deal with football while losing the love for the game. That's if they lost the love for the game to getting paid 40 mil, that's at that point where it feels like a job. Like people say they don't say they work their job, they do their passion or whatever the fuck, whatever flowery way you want to say it. That's basically what that is. Like if a nigga liking his job as an NFL player, nigga, that's his passion. That's what he do. If he hates it, but he still got to go through it and shit, like Calvin Johnson the last couple years in Detroit, that's a job. Even if he doing good, that's a job. That pro day throw from Zach Wilson. Yeah, he went up high on the board too. And he even showed in college he wasn't all that. It wasn't Anthony Richardson Green, but like he wasn't all that. I don't think I've seen anything. Maybe Trey Lance is probably the greenest I've seen a quarterback in college. I would say Matt Castle, but he didn't even start and somehow got to the league, which is crazy. That man did not start in college, yet somehow got to the league, bro. Like I need to know who his family is, because ain't no way you made it through college without starting as a quarterback and somehow got to the NFL. Like you didn't start for like a season, nigga. Like nothing. You ain't play for half a season, then get hurt, then come back. Like what? Come on, you ain't play no JUCO, like nothing. It's crazy. Oh, I didn't even answer this question. Well, I think happens to Shadur Sanders. As of right now, it's just going through the hell that is being the quarterback of the Cleveland Browns. Does help. He got the hype, the fans behind him and all that shit. He been doing good, but I still feel like they're gonna find a way to fuck him over. If he's with the Browns next year and Stefanski's still head coach, it's gonna be some bullshit. Because I just learned this yesterday. I did not know how connected Stefanski and it's not really just Shador Sanders, but the Sanders family. Like this shit slick. You could call it what is the word I'm looking for here? Generational beef. Like this shit go full fucking circle. Let me see where that. Mm-mm-mm. All right, here we go. So Deion Sanders threw water and ice on a reporter slash commentator who was Tim McCarver in the Atlanta Braves clubhouse in '92. After McCarver criticized the decision to play both football and baseball, obviously, selfish, blah, blah, blah. The incident involving several tubs of ice water happened after Braves won the National League Championship. But Sanders retaliating for McCarver calling his two-sport stunt potentially disloyal. Kevin Stefanski married Michelle, and McCarver was married to Michelle's mother. So that is Stefanski's father-in-law, now father-in-law, that Deion Sanders just so happened to throw that ice water on back in the day. And now Deion's son plays for Stefanski. It's crazy how all that shit happens. So this shit is generational, nigga. Yep. I ain't gonna say what I'm gonna say, but I'm just saying. I remember that quote they owner said. That's all I'm gonna say. You know how I feel about certain people on the sideline that are not part of the team. If you own them, that got their own headsets and shit like they part of the coaching staff, but they not. I'm just saying. That's interesting. You can see in Jalen Hurts' eyes, he doesn't get excited when he wins and never gets down about picks and fumbles. He knows he has nothing to be proud of or disappointed in. I ain't a fucking mind reader, dog. I'm not finna go here and tell you exactly what he's thinking. But he's always been like that stoic shit. That go back to Bama, bro. Like, that ain't nothing new. When they win, he barely smiles. When they won the Super Bowl, that's just who he is. He just an even kill nigga. That's what he's stoic. Yeah, that shit that's trendy on YouTube. That's what he is, bro. Like that shit. He always been like that. Feel lost a guy like that. Cutler. That's a very. That's a deep pull right there. That man said Jay Cutler. I know Cutler used to go to the bar by himself and just drink because he just wanted to be left alone and be a regular guy. Obviously, some fans would go up and say, "Oh my God, you're Jay Cutler," but he just want to be a regular dude. Joe Flacco said the same shit. He also married and got kids, so it's a little different. So they all know they're just doing their jobs. Obviously, they know they're doing their jobs. They gotta fucking study for their shit. They literally have to study for their job, which is crazy. Because I hate studying. They have to study for their job, but still, you gotta want to do that shit on some level. Like you still gotta be in shape. Even if you hate the shit, you gotta be in shape to do it or in remote shape. Unless you want to be fat ass Eddie Lacy and just eat a shit ton of donuts. He could have 5 Super Bowls and still not smile. I don't know if he got kids, but I could see him witnessing his child being born. That nigga still don't crack a smile. He be happy, but you can't tell. 144, 28-26, Tampa Bay. So OGs know about Vince Young in college. Shit, everybody better know about Vince Young in college. What you mean? If they don't know about that, they know about Vince Young and Cheesecake Factory. I know that. Sanders to Atlanta. Why? If they needed a backup quarterback, maybe. But why? You wonder how Fields' PR is after this season? That shit cooked. That's what it is. That shit is cooked. The only thing that could kind of flip it is maybe whenever they tell or through somebody, somehow it gets leaked out what he was really feeling like playing for the Jets. Somebody indirectly leaked something where he said, yeah, the ownership was this, the coaching staff didn't know what they was doing with this, that, and the third. That's when we'll know. But right now, that shit cooked, bro. Shit is mega cooked. As I said with Fields, he got one more try. One last stop at a team. If it don't work, it's over with. It is what it is. Mm. You ain't lying though. They have looked better offensively last couple games. Cousins definitely going after this year, and that's more so due to age. Well, the contract too, but the age too. Obviously, he was brought in as the bridge quarterback and like the mentor for Penix, but that's the biggest thing. They do need to have like a decent backup. And I could actually see, speaking of Justin Fields, link that back. Ain't he a Georgia boy? I ain't talking about the college, but ain't he from Georgia? There you go. There you go. You can find yourself a backup right there. Starter? Nah, nah. Just make sure he runs more than he passes, and y'all should be straight. And block for him too. Block for him and make sure he runs more than he passes. Y'all can win some shit. I still think about that Thursday night football game from last year. That was ironically these two teams. The Falcons had them same jerseys on, except they were the ones hosting. That was the Matt Ryan Ring of Honor induction game where was it Kirko had 500 something yards past the game. He put up video game rookie Madden numbers. What is the best fit for Fields? Number one backup quarterback. Honestly, if anything else, because I don't see him as a starter, send that man up to Green Bay. Because whatever they got in the water and in the cheese and the beer up there, send him up there. Whatever happened with Malik Willis and he got decent and shit, send him up there. They know what they doing quarterback. Send him up there. Just have him sit. And if Jordan Love gets hurt, he'll be ready. That's the best fucking option. Having him as a starter ain't the move. Or correction, having him as a starter on a bad team, sure as shit, is not the move. Steelers, that was just a bad fit all the way around. All right, but yeah, I send that man. That's gonna be the new quarterback rehab. Send him to Green Bay. But it can't be all quarterbacks. Like if you was a starter and you kind of fell off, but you still a starter, nah, you don't need to go to Green Bay. But if your career never really got off the way it should have, go to Green Bay. Spend a little time in Green Bay. It's gonna be boring as shit, but you're gonna be getting better at football. That joke will never end for them. They will never live that shit down. That shit gonna remain there forever. Richardson and Fields need to go to Green Bay. Anthony Richardson, I put that nigga in a bubble because he gets hurt all the goddamn time. Put that man in a bubble and be like, here. Get a helicopter mom, be like, you can't leave the house. Take away all the scissors, take away all the pencils, all the mark, take away all that shit. So he can't get hurt at all. Make sure it ain't got no steps so he don't fucking go down the steps and trip and fall. Don't do that. Cause then he gonna do this and tap out. Don't do that. He really need to go to UFL for real. And even then I think that's a little too generous. They sit in love behind. Exactly. Some teams have been trying to do that, but they end up in a position where when they try, the quarterback that was supposed to be learning or whatever ends up having to get on the field anyway, way too early. So yeah, more teams are trying it, but it don't work for everybody. Not every team can get 5 years with a quarterback and shit pan out. No, some of these organizations operate a little bit differently and shit. So I'm like, we gotta win now. So that wait 5 years, yeah, they ain't trying to hit none of that shit. It's like, nigga, we need all the pieces now. And then we'll worry about whatever happens later, which is usually rough. Add it to the list of injured Colts quarterbacks. Because when your backup hurt, damn. And that's how they in position where they got to sign a nigga who been on the couch for 5 years and got 9 kids. Like, it's not good. Said Baker 100% through the game. That bitch ass nigga Baker, man. Just when I got cool with the nigga. That bitch ass nigga Baker. Interesting though for the NFC South. Damn, that nigga Mike finna crash out. Mike, you need to let it go too, bro. Like all of this, just let it go, bro. I know you got that deli on here, but you just gotta let it go. It gets to a point. Just let it go. Let it all go, brother. You ain't got waves, nigga. You got puddles that just got kicked up. Come on. This season's actually a good one, especially with Chiefs not in the playoff picture. Yeah, it gave more fucking parity. Now it's like the NBA. That's kind of a bad example. Nah, not really. It's like the NBA when the Warriors lost Kevin Durant. Now it's like, oh shit, other teams can finally win shit. Kind of like that. What's good, Labrie? What up with you? But yeah, I can't complain about the season at all, man. Obviously, has it been great for the Ravens? No, but overall, just seeing just this list of teams in the playoff race right now that you wouldn't have expected to see. Boy, they cut that shit close. That shit did this. It did a little bit of this. That's crazy. Niggas won that shit though. Makes that Carolina game that much more interesting now. Especially given a track record with the damn, hold on a second. I'm trying to multitask and shit. But given a track record against the Saints, that's what I was trying to say. Locks of the week real quick. Dale got the Bills and the Niners, and I got the Cowboys and the. Trying to avoid these big ass spreads though, man. Trying to. But give me the Rams, man. Fuck it. The Cowboys and the Rams for the locks of the week. But yeah, back to the parity. Just think about this. Teams in the playoff race right now. This just sound crazy reading off some of these. Denver obviously made the playoffs last year. New England. It's been a minute. Jacksonville. That's just weird. Pittsburgh, that's normal. Chargers, that's normal. Buffalo, Houston, pretty normal. That when you get to the hunt, that's when it gets weird. The Colts, they always there. The Baltimore, Kansas City, when that's where it gets kind of weird. Used to seeing them in the top three. Miami, where they started, it's weird. They did go to the playoffs year before last, and all that. They ain't do shit, but you get what I'm saying. NFC, you got the Rams, that's normal. Packers, Not surprising. Eagles, pretty tame, pretty normal. Tampa, status quo. Seattle, it's that Chicago. That's when shit get weird with them. Chicago, seeing Detroit not in the mix after the success they've had. Seeing Carolina on there, that's crazy. That's extremely crazy seeing Carolina on there. Wow. That last sentence, man, you just put the knife in their motherfucking chest. Just fuck them. But nah, that's crazy. Looks like layered lasagna. The new Titan Stadium. That's it. The new Nissan Stadium. I do want to see a picture of the inside of it when it's done. Something like that. Like if you got a game, put it in the Discord. If you go to a game, Labrie, and you go to Titans game after the shit get built, I want to see that shit. I'm curious. You doubt the Niners make the Super Bowl? I doubt it too. So many 7-8 win teams at this stage of the season. Also, many underdogs winning in prime time. I mean, this is normal. This 7-8 win team shit, man. They've been doing this for a couple years since they added that seventh playoff spot. They've been doing this shit where they got teams hovering around 7 losses, 6 losses. 6 losses kind of normal, but 7, 8, because it gives them that much more that they can milk out of the playoff race with more teams versus having a lot more teams eliminated off rip, and you can't really do shit with that. So yeah, I am really curious to see how this does in fact play out. Brother, I said they was finished weeks ago. Weeks ago before Lamar even came back. Actually, before the nigga got hurt. I said they was done. What up, Blackbird? What's good? You caught the tail end of this shit too, man. You always talking about me being late and shit. But yeah. Baltimore's cooked, dog. You can see it on their faces. It's over with. It'd be nice if they went on a run. Dog. I would rather at this point, I know they're not gonna do it because he's accomplished so much stuff with the Ravens and all that. But man, dude, I wouldn't be mad if they fired him shit today. They just fired Harbaugh today and just said we're gonna use the interim for the rest. I wouldn't even care. Go ahead, bro. He did a good thing for them 20 years, however fucking long it's been. It feels like 20 years. He did his thing, got some good players, Super Bowl wins, blah, blah, blah. But man, it's time to move on. It is what it is. It's time to move the fuck on. Plain and simple. Chiefs don't get in, it's most likely gonna be Buffalo and Green Bay in the Super Bowl. That ain't really that weird. It's pretty simple. The whole color logo thing went viral years ago, probably about 2 years ago, but really reached its peak last year with the colors and shit. I think even the announcers started making jokes about it. ESPN, all their social media started getting on it. So then they said, you know what's a good idea? Let's put all the colors on it so they can't guess two fucking colors. So that's what they did to throw shit off. And of course, it was gonna be parody. Everybody, I ain't gonna say everybody, but anybody with common sense should have known after the way the Chiefs got their ass beat in the Super Bowl, they was not finna come back and win 17 games and shit. Like we knew that shit was not gonna happen. That dynasty shit is dead. It's gone. It's cooked. So of course it's gonna be more parity. Well, I think about Lamar getting traded. Teams don't want to touch that shit. Yeah, he did, man. Pitts had a crazy fucking game. Like I don't know anybody who has him on their fantasy team, but if they did, they ate tonight. I could say they probably won their matchup, and it's the first game of the fucking week. They probably ate if they got Kyle Pitts today. It's gonna be funny to see how many prop bets he gonna be on next week. He ain't gonna hit none of that shit. That nigga gonna have one catch for 6 yards. Bills to the bowl. That's all. Yeah, the bathroom bowl. Shit. Giants fired their coaching staff twice. That's bad. You fire your coaching staff twice, bro. But I think he gonna be gone. They ain't gonna fire him. They gonna mutually part ways to protect his image and all that shit. I don't think they gonna fire him. That nigga bird drunk, man. All right, man. Hit that like button. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell. This weekend is the last time we see John Cena in a wrestling ring until Nick Khan and the Saudis drag his ass up out of Hollywood and say, nigga, you better get your ass back in that ring while we in Riyadh. It's Riyadh season, bitch. You better fucking wrestle and make sure them niggas can't see you while they still fucking see you. So, yeah, that's going to be this weekend. Stay tuned for that shit. I hope it's not a bullshit ass match. I hope it's decent. I'm not cool with who they got, but I hope it's decent. Anyway, we got college football playoffs coming up in a little bit, bowl season, all that good stuff. But yeah, man, y'all have a good night. Stay tuned, drink water, wear condoms, say no to drugs, all that good shit. Oh yeah, take showers too. Some people do not take